Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the TakeOver Racing League Season 3 for Round 12, the final race of the TakeOver Racing League Season 3. I am your host, Zach RC, here at the Red Bull Ring in Austria, and alongside me, as always, is Deanologist. How you doing, mate?
Very well, very well. I'm excited for the final race of the season. It's come round really fast.
Yep, definitely. It's been a long season, 12 weeks, stretching from late early December to early March.
Yes, it seems to have gone on forever, but at the same time, it's gone from round 1 to round 12 really quickly. I don't know what's happened.
It's been about 3 months since the opening round, around 3 months and 3 days, if I'm not mistaken, if my calendar maths are correct.
I'll believe you with that one. No, sure.
Well, no, I'm going to confirm that now. 'Cause if I look at the calendar, oh wait, no, I am wrong. It was the 9th of December, not the 7th. So 3 months and a day. We'll call it that.
Call it that, yeah, because we had to skip a week for Christmas period, I think, or a week or two.
Oh yeah, that happened. I feel like ages ago now. It's been.
It was 3 months ago, so.
It's been very long since you binned it in the first race. What? Who said that?
Who?
Who said that? What? Who was that?
I forgot my setup, alright. I put it on pole position, alright.
Okay, I believe you. I believe you. Yes, that did happen. You did put it on pole.
And then I binned it in the lap, but you know.
Alright, regardless, we do still have one more race to go. We have a qualifying session that's underway already, and the first driver to be setting a time run is the AlphaTauri of bar 98. As he's going around, he's already invalidated his lap, so but as that's happening, we'll get yellow flag as well. I think that's just that's how the drivers letting each other through.
Yeah, we're the last sector. A lot of people are going to be track limits is going to be a big thing around Austria, especially first corner and the last 2 corners are big on track limits, so they've got to be careful.
Alright. Okay, so while he's going around, we're going to update everybody on the championship and how that's looking. So we can confirm that Smoke and Cheese has won the Season 3 Drivers' Championship, his 2nd title in a row. He's managed to defend it successfully. JTO40 still is, if I'm not mistaken, the gap is 19 points between the two of them, but unfortunately he's not here tonight to try and stop the Alpine driver from winning the title. So I'm not sure as to why, but yeah. So
he's attending a esports race, I think.
Sounds very exciting.
Yeah, he's prioritising esports, which is fair enough. I mean, he wasn't very confident after the last race, and
yeah, of course the
championship cheese, but
controversial incident on the final lap in Canada, which did effectively, if you will, end the title race just purely because of the gap. He would have had to win tonight and have Cheese not score in order to win the title. And speaking of Cheese, he's just gone fastest there, 1 minute 4.4, and that FG Atom in the other Alpine.
1 minute 4.3 and on medium tyres as well.
Great stuff.
Not too bad at all. I mean, time should definitely be in the 1 minute 3s for qualifying. So these are all banker laps for now.
Yep. You can see how close they are. About a tenth and a half separating everyone as Paris 232 goes fastest. 1 minute 4.1. So getting closer and closer than 1 minute 3s, as you say.
I did notice on the time trial leaderboards, Paris does well on Austria. He was good in the last game as well in 2020, so he's one to look out for.
Yeah, definitely sounds good. Correct me if I'm wrong. Has he won a race this season?
I don't think so.
I'll check the season results. He has not. His highest finish this season has been 5th place.
Not a good season for Paris, unfortunately.
Granted, he's had 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 starts from 11.
Yep.
4 of those have been DNFs. And he's finished 10th.
He's had quite a lot of bad luck.
Yeah.
And he's not got on with this game as much as F1 2020. Like in season 1, he came 2nd in the championship with about 4 or 5 race wins. He was very, very good on that game. But obviously, he just hasn't gelled and hasn't had as much time for practice really in this one. But he's still here, so still competing, which is good.
Feels like a long time ago since he considered switching up here to the booth with me.
Well, that was round 1.
Yeah,
round 1
he did the first race of the season, and then he stopped for a while. made a return to the league, and then he took his job.
Yeah, I mean, I took his job because I I gave up on the league race, and I just I just didn't enjoy it anymore. So I thought I'd give it a go on the comms box, and I'm doing alright so far. I think you haven't fired me yet.
I don't think I have the capacity to do that. I keep saying it, but I don't think I'm actually allowed to.
To be fair, being one of the guys who runs the league, no.
Nah. if I sacked you, I'd then get sacked myself. Anyway.
It's like, well, Zach's just not here anymore. I mean, he's just suddenly disappeared. He's just not allowed to commentate for us anymore.
Yeah.
Don't know why.
No idea. We'll never know for sure.
No, I mean, if I really did that bad of a job, I would have said, well, you could say so. I'll just say though, C1 Temby fans done a 1 minute 37.4. What a lap!
Incredible stuff there from Fan on a day where he's trying to take third place in the Drivers' Championship. Technically, we do have a fight for championship places going on tonight. Final positions will pretty much be decided tonight. So, Tasmi Pope, who hasn't actually appeared in a TakeOver Racing League Grand Prix since
round 6 or something.
Since round 6 at Monaco. He's taken the most wins of anyone so far this season with 4. He's won 4 of the 5 races he's competed in.
And then just dipped.
And he's dipped since. So he's left sitting there on 100 points, and that means that either C1 10P fan or Stephalicious could actually end up finishing in 3rd place if they win tonight. If neither one of them wins and becomes a race for 4th, the current driver in 4th place is Thurl Nexo, but he's not here tonight. So so it does look like he's out of the running for 3rd place, and his best chance at finishing 4th if both Fan and Steph fail to score points.
Yes, tall order for the 2 drivers who want to get P3 in the championship. Obviously, Fan is disappointed as he came 2nd, very close to 1st last season, and he's not had such a consistent season, especially in the second half of the season as well. So look, he's 2 DNFs on the trot and a 10th place, so he's only scored 1 point in the last 3 races. Actually 4 races, because he did not start in Saudi Arabia. So after his win in Australia, it's gone downhill rather.
Yeah, he has fell off a little bit there. He's been as high as 4th in the championship over the course of the season.
Yep.
But yeah, so things could still turn around for Fan. He could definitely still get a top 3 finish. He'd need another victory, and given his TOR career so far, those have been hard to come by. I think it goes second fastest there. On medium tyres as well, not too bad.
There's a good lap from Fan there on mediums.
More medium tyres, he's been on those 4 laps. So that's very impressive. Yeah, I do definitely reckon we've got a race on our hands tonight.
I wouldn't rule anything out, and then the drivers are saying it could rain in the race, so that could throw everything into the mix.
Saying that, Steph says that every week, let's face it. So
I mean, he does say that. I'll wait and see for the clouds to come over.
He's trying to jinx it, I reckon. Oh, Fan's going way off the track there. He's in the gravel. I think I was to let someone through, but
yeah, it's just
damn, didn't see that one coming. Of course, we do have a couple reserves in tonight's race, and I shall run you through those drivers now. The first then being Duncan in the McLaren. The second is Lizard King 9696 in the Ferrari. FG Atom is driving for Alpine this evening. And FIFA Lord, who's currently 3rd, the highest of the 4 reserves. He's running 3rd for Mercedes, and that's now 4th as Atom. One of those reserves goes fastest. 1 minute 3.8. Great stuff there.
Yeah, already the 1 minute 3s. As I said, it's the mid 1 minute 3s will be a very, very fast time. That is a very good time.
Very impressive stuff.
I mean, Atom's done very well in quali and races so far. He's had not the smoothest of runs with other drivers, but he's showed his potential.
Definitely. As of right now, 13 drivers have set times. The only one who hasn't is Afro Ninja in the Alfa Romeo, who's making his way out now. Making his way out for his first timed run on those soft tyres. Got
the problem is we can always get flags. I can't see how long there is left in the session.
Sadly not. But I'm pretty sure we are doing the final 10 minutes, if I can speak. Yeah, we'll have to see once the flags get removed. There we go. Just under 7 minutes to go. For those of you who very briefly saw it. Well, so it's last race of the season, then we have got time to make what could be a couple more iconic moments for the league's history. But Dean, if you had to give me a moment from this season, or the best moment of the TakeOver Racing League season, what would it be? Or give me a best race or best moment or whatever.
Best moment. Well, I mean, my best moment was me getting pole position in the first race, you know. But, you know.
Start as you mean to go on. Wait.
No, let me think. There's a lot of good moments. I'm trying to think.
It has been a very entertaining season. We'll give it that.
No, because you missed one of the really good races, which was in Baku, where I was actually racing. That was really good because there was a battle for like top 5. It was within 2 seconds of each other. So I would have said that, but you wouldn't know about it. If not, okay, to say the battle in Australia, the last like 3-4 laps of Australia was just insane.
I think I'd have to agree with you there, mate. I think that tops everything. Paris making his way towards the line. Oh, he misses out. Improves, but stays second.
3.9 still a good time.
Definitely. Fans is about to start his next time running. We've got 5.5 minutes left to go in the qualifying session here at the Red Bull Ring.
I'll definitely keep an eye out on Fan. Well, FIFA Lord's gone third with a 1 minute 4.0 as well.
He was in third before, if I'm not mistaken. Well, I'm not sure. I'm keeping track of the order too much. Regardless, but both drivers on laps making their way up towards of course, that turn 3, right-hander. Fan move going to the side of the track to let FIFA Lord through.
Yeah, I think he invalidated it the first.
Yeah, he's invalidated. Yeah. We'll keep an eye on FIFA Lord. Then his lap's still valid through sector 2. I reckon one of the main overtaking spots of tonight's race is going to be up the hill, going up into turn 3. A very tight right-hander.
Yeah, it's one of the only overtaking positions. There's turn 3, and then turn 4 is another good one. In the battle during the second sector, you can be get quite feisty. There's very few places to overtake. So I think there's only like 11 turns in this track, or something like that.
FIFA Lord sliding up towards the end of the lap. It was looking like an alright run, but he's pulling into the pits now, so I think he's had enough for the time being. Just over 4 minutes to go in this session. It's still FG Atom on top. Paris just made his way into the pits.
I'm currently keeping an eye on Fanny. He's on another flying lap. We'll see what his first sector time is.
Here he comes. Oh, he's
0.013 up, so it's
100 up, so not too bad.
He needs to get some more. He needs to gain at least 0.3 of a second to get in front of Atom. I'm sure he can make up the time.
Yep. Through sector 3. Sorry, through sector 2, my bad.
Get your sectors right, Zach, come on.
Alright. I'll be fine.
Oh, we got Ericsson, who went into third. He's 0.003 of a second faster than FIFA Lord. The two Mercedes drivers separated by 0.003 of a second. That is close. Always good to see tight qualifying sessions. And it could be about to get even tighter here if Fan makes his way through. We've got a little bit screwy there going into the penultimate corner. And the last corner comes towards the line. Oh, he's lost a little bit, but does he have enough? Oh, he invalidated. He must have invalidated.
I think he invalidated the last corner.
That would have been in second place.
Oh, that is what must be very frustrating for Fan, who could have gone on the front row, but now has to go again. Well, his new lap's invalidated as well, so
I think he'll be going back to the pits for a fresh set of softs, and he'll go again. He's got enough time for another lap because, as you remember, it's a very, very short lap, only just over a minute long. So plenty of time for people to get out, but it's just near the end of the qualifying session. If people bunch up a lot, it could cause quite a lot of chaos.
Definitely. I'll keep my eye on Optimus Prime and the Alfa Romeo, who's making his way around. He's midway through sector 2. Got it right this time, always good.
He's 600ths off his fastest time so far. Still time to
he's
through.
400 now. Oh, and there goes. Lap invalidated.
Yeah, it's very easy to God, he spun it.
Oh no!
Oh, he spun
Not
it
we
on
like to see. He saved it, but
at least he didn't lose his wheels. He lost the front wing, but at least he only lost his front wing. So go back, get a fresh wing, and get out before the
end of the session.
time runs out.
Definitely. There's a King on his outlap in the Ferrari.
We've got FG Atom about to start another lap as well.
Ooh. Keep an eye on these two. Over the line. Afro Ninja's out.
I think he's retired in the pits.
Ooh. Well, he's thrown away his chance to the lap, as has Lizard King, who's invalidated the first corner.
Oh my god, the traffic. No, Afro Ninja's in the middle of the road actually. Atom is 400th of a second up on his time so far actually, so he's actually improving again.
Ooh.
This could be good from the Alpine driver.
Yeah,
Van's in the pits, so he's not going again.
Fifth of the best you can hope for in this late stage.
Paris is in the pits as well. We've got Ericsson and FIFA Lord on a out lap.
Steph's gone way wide in turn 3, letting one of the Mercedes cars through.
Still keeping an eye on Atom. I'm not sure where the sixth time. He's near 10th up actually on his fastest time, so this could be even better from the Alpine. He can keep it tidy for the last two corners.
Give himself the best chance going on pole late in this session. Here he comes with the last two right-handers on the Red Bull Ring circuit towards the line. It's still valid. What's it going to be? He improves. Not by much.
By 1/100th by a second, but still an improvement.
Definitely. Right, FIFA Lord then. Currently 500ths down. Liz King over the line. Jesus, lap's invalid. Duncan's still going as well. Bar 98.
Fan, Paris and Ericsson all on outlaps as well. They've got enough time to get another lap in.
I think my time might be wrong because the checkered flag's just fallen.
No, they've got 50 seconds left.
Okay.
Your time is always wrong.
I don't know why. It's very confusing. I don't like it. So regardless, then we'll still keep an eye on everyone else because we've got another lap to go here. This could get very exciting. Keep an eye on Wardy here as he comes towards the line.
Keeping an eye on Fan here.
Oh, Wardy's lost control of the car. He's on the grass. He's kept it going. I think he's letting people through. FIFA has just gone third, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, Fan spun it. He's lost it.
Where is he? Oh, he's lost the exit turn 1. And I dare say the lap's got going before it's even started. Ericsson's out. He's retired in the oh, that's not the nicest of crashes down the exit of I think that's turn 8. Steph's making his way towards the line. He's still valid. What's it gonna be? Can he improve? He can improve, but it's only enough to keep him. It's not enough to move him on another place. Paris was 100th up in his sector 1 time. He still has to gain, 2/10 if he can in order to stand a chance of disrupting Hatton for pole, and he has. He's gained 1700ths through sector 3 for the last time. What's it going to be for Paris T32? It's going to be tight. Keep things valid here for the last corner. Oh, and he's gone invalid at the last moment. And that would have been enough to take pole position if he had completed the lap, as FIFA Lord has gone second. Duncan slow. Fan, his chances are gone. Cheese has gone 8th. Bar 98. His lap is already way off the pace. And so it does look like FG Atom has pole position then. If Paris had just gone valid on the last lap, then that would have been enough for him to do it. So very unfortunate there. So there you go then. There is your qualifying results for the looks of things. FG Atom on pole, FIFA Lord in second, Paris T32 in third as Iwadi retires from the session of the pits. Alright then, so that is, like I said, that is the end of the qualifying session. From the looks of things, just waiting for everyone to come around here just to confirm the results and end the session. Well, an all entertaining qualifying session. Do hope you've enjoyed it. Feel free in the chat to give us your your predictions for the victory in the chat below. So there we go then, your qualifying results then. Atom on pole, Faithful Lord in second place, Reserve in Mercedes taking second, Paris T32 third, Lizard King fourth for Ferrari, Ericsson fifth in the other Mercedes, Duncan sixth, C110P Fan seventh, Smoking Cheese eighth, Bar 98 ninth, Optimus Prime 10th, Corkin 11th, Steph 12th, Wardy 13th, and Afro Ninja in 14th. So that is qualifying, and we hope to see you in a couple minutes for the start of the race. Don't go anywhere because it's shaping up to be a very exciting season finale. So we'll see you back at 7:30 for the start of the race. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the TakeOver Racing League. For the final round of Season 3, the Austrian Grand Prix. We are seconds away from getting this one underway. So good luck to everyone driving in the race tonight. We've got a total of 14 starters for tonight's race. The Drivers' Championship has been nothing short of wrapped up with Smoke and Cheese. 19 points in front, but JT, unfortunately, unable to take part tonight. So the championship does go to Cheese. We do have a battle for third place going on, and one of 4 drivers could finish on that last spot on the podium. But only two of them are competing tonight, and that is Stephalicious and C110P Fan. So as the leaders make their way round for the start of this Grand Prix, let's take a look at your final starting lineup of the season. So it's FG Atom in one of the reserves for Alpine on pole position. It's an all-reserve front row with FIFA Lord in second place in Mercedes. Paris T32, who has just spun it on the formation lap, lines up third for Williams if he can get it back round to the starting line again. Lizard King starts 4th for Ferrari, then it's Ericsson in the other Mercedes in 5th place, being outqualified by his reserve teammate. He'll want to get his revenge for that one. Duncan in 6th place, another one of the reserves tonight. C110P Fan starts in 7th place, he could finish in 3rd place in the championship should he win tonight. Smoke and Cheese, who has been all but confirmed as the Drivers' Champion for Season 3, his 2nd straight title, lines up 8th for Alpine. Bar 98 starts in 9th place. For AlphaTauri, it's Optimash Prime in 10th. Corkin starts 11th in the other Williams. Stephalicious starts 12th. He could also take 3rd place away should he win tonight. Iwardi in 13th, and Afro Ninja takes the final grid position. He lines up P14. Right, so as usual, I've got Deanologist alongside me. What do you reckon could be happening in this one, mate?
Well, I mean, my money is currently on C110B Fan on mediums in the P7. He's got the alternate strat going, and I reckon he could pull it off. It's looking like it's going to be a dry race at the moment. There's complete sunshine, so if there's any safety cars, which is quite inevitable, it'll all shake it up. It'll shake it all up.
All right, sounds good. I'm putting my money on either Paris T32, despite him just spinning out turn 1, or one of the Mercedes pair. Because Paris, it doesn't feel right for me to see him go a whole season without winning a race, because of course F1 2021 hasn't been the kindest of games to him. But I feel like one of the Mercedes 2 could definitely pull something off tonight. A real underdog victory.
Yeah, I mean, or even FG Atom, I wouldn't rule him out either.
Yeah,
very good pole climb, but let's see if he can pull it off.
Alright, so the last drivers lining up on the grid for tonight's race. Here we go then. The final race of Season 3 in the TakeOver Racing League. 5 lights on the front of the drivers. Those lights are out and we are underway for the last time this season. FG Atom with a great getaway, but here comes FIFA Lord on the left, going down towards turn number 1. It's Atom with the edge. Paris goes around the outside, and there we go. Oh, a spin in the back, and that's Lizard King, who's out at turn 1. I'm not quite sure what's happened there. Who made contact? I think that may have been Ericsson. Virtual safety car has been deployed by the time we've even reached turn 3. Well then.
Big shunt.
Big shunt there at turn 1.
Only a VSC though, which is quite surprising.
Yeah, I mean, but still very unfortunate as Corking gets a 5-second penalty for ignoring the yellow flags. Damn, what a start that was.
No, I think one of the biggest, Barnett in the 8 and Duncan have have done alright so far. Let's see position changes. Barnett in the 8 has gone up 4 positions at the start, and Duncan's gone up 2. Well, poor old Ericsson's gone down to 10th. I'm not sure what happened. I'm going to guess that him and Lizard King collided, and that's caused that to happen.
Yeah, I mean, Ericsson looks like he's gotten away alright. There's no damage on that Mercedes, so it looks like he'll be okay to carry on and not need to stop. Through the last corner then to complete the first lap of the season, the first lap of the finale. At a very slow pace as Cheese and Ericsson make their way into the pits. Did Cheese pick up damage from that? He may have potentially taken a hit. Into the pits. Okay, no, looks like a routine change on set of medium tyres. It's a front wing change for Ericsson as well. And he's back now, going back up to the racetrack. The green flag now back out, so we are back to racing in the last round of the championship. It's Paris T32 on Atom's tail as they charge down towards the right-hander at turn 4. No DRS for, I'm assuming until lap 4. I'm not sure if they were still enabled at lap 3. As there goes Duncan, diving up the inside of FIFA Lord. He's going to try to switch back behind them in the battle for the 3rd spot. This is going to be great racing between our 2 reserves here. Into the left-hander, they're going to want to give each other space if they can. Oh, FIFA and Dunn coming very close to contact here. They're still going side by side. And there goes FIFA around the outside.
Good move.
Great stuff there. Really good racing there from two reserves who definitely know how to drive. We'll give them that. Off the last corner then. Atom towards the line, setting the fastest lap of the race. So there goes Paris, setting the time. Fastest lap changing in quick succession. The time now 1 minute 7.3. And the DRS has indeed been enabled.
Paris definitely on the charge. He's got a DRS here. He might go for it straight away. You don't know. He will get DRS after T3 as well if he just keeps it cool.
Will he go audacious, try and go around the outside? No, he doesn't. Keeps in line. He could try and go for the inside. If he used some ERS here, he could potentially get the job done. He's going to use some ERS on the exit. Here he comes now, charging towards the gearbox of the Alpine. He looks to the left-hand side. Is it going to be enough? Tries to go around the outside. He may pull this one off. He's gone a bit wide there. He's gone on the curbs a bit. As FIFA Lord now still stays in front of Duncan. Oh, here comes Paris looking around. Does he have enough?
Paris just needs to be a little bit patient. It's only lap 3 of 36.
Yeah,
he needs to just keep it cool.
Still a long way to go on this one. But I think he wants that lead and he wants it now. I told you I'd put my money on Paris to win tonight, or one of my 3 picks, because you never quite know in this league. Down the main straight they come. Paris once again setting the fastest lap, and FIFA Lord now setting the fastest lap. 1 minute 6.6. Paris looking around. He's changing his direction all the time. He's forever looking for that lead. I think he might get it this time. Here he comes on the left-hand side now, moving all the way to the other side of the track. And there he goes, passing Atom. Will Atom try and go audacious on the brakes? No, he won't. He moves back into line because now he'll have DRS. And Cheese now sets the fastest lap of the race. Fan now moving up past Bar 98 and up into 5th place, but only briefly, because there goes Bar back on the on the right-hand side. He gets back past with the use of the DRS. Fan, knowing there's still a long way to go, he's saving his DRS for the time being. He stays back down in 6th place. He's gained 1 place since the start of this one. I'm assuming that was from the instant on the first lap. So it's Paris in the lead, then followed closely by Atom in 2nd place. FIFA Lord's now closing in on the Alpine. He runs 3rd. He's getting away from Duncan. A bit more space now between the 4 leaders. And there's a big gap back to Bar 98, 2.1 seconds as of right now. He's still holding off Fan for 6th. It's a bit wider there as Paris gets a penalty for multiple warnings. So track limits already come into play already. But he's just at the fastest lap there, 1 minute 6.3. So really great stuff. As Atom looks to try and close in. Will he use ERS and DRS this time? Will he use the combination? He used it briefly with the exit. That might be all he needs. He's closing in already on Paris. They make their way up towards turn number 3. He's going to go for it. He's there, going in. And there he goes. As Chief sets the fastest up once again. 1 minute 5.9. Great stuff there. Paris now on the DRS. He's going to use the ERS as well.
With this track, it's going to be overtaking Central, I think, with these 2 DRS zones.
Personally, I think that's the best way to end the season, really. There is Paris back up the inside. He's gone a bit wide the exit, and there goes Atom taking advantage once again. It's a great battle between these two, going back and forth for the race lead. And Atom, Paris, he's still going for it. He's on the inside here. He doesn't want to force Atom out. Move. He's slammed the door on the Alpine. He's managed to get through. No issue at all.
Problem is, it's going to be pushing them back towards FIFA Lord and Duncan. So there's going to be a 4-way train going on here. This can be really spicy.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting.
Fan's got in front of Bar 98 here, so I'm sure he's going to be trying to.
Yellow flag. And that's Corkin, the Williams, who spun out.
Oh no.
That puts Corkin now down to top place.
No damage on the Williams car. He's out of the points.
Atom going way wild on the exit at turn number 1, but he's closing in regardless with that DRS. He's going to go for the right. And there he goes, back up into the lead. Paris trying to stay as close as he can without late braking. He might try and go for a switchback. There's a yellow flag once again. That's Corkin once again who spun it. Spun it to the exit of the pit lane. He spun to the exit. He got himself going again regardless. Paris still stuck behind Atom and the Alpine. Look at this 4-car train in the race for the top spot. And Paris looking around trying to find an opening.
Problem is as well for Sion Tempe fan in 5th. He's on mediums and he's not out. He's out of this DRS train, so he's going to be losing time a lot.
Oh, when there goes Paris losing control and around he goes.
Oh no,
oh
Paris.
No, the Williams now in the gravel trap, down to 8th place, and that could be 9th if Wardy finds his way through. He does get through in time. And here comes Steph.
Safely rejoin.
He can safely rejoin there, but that's very unfortunate for Paris. He was up there fighting for the race lead, and now he's got serious work to do here. He needs a safety car or something like that in order to really stand a chance over the course of the rest of this race. As Duncan now gets a 3-second time penalty, multiple warnings. And Steph's lost it as well, or he's missed the pit lane. I think he's trying to go into the pits. He's missed the pit lane. So he had to stop and find his way back in. That's a very rare mistake we see drivers making. Alright, so while this is going on, in other news, we do have news on the location of Ferron as Duncan dives up the inside and attempts to take second place. He's still there. We'll tell you the Ferron news in just a moment, because these two are still going at it. Will Duncan look into the left hand? And no, he doesn't. FIFA Lord stays in front for the time being in the Mercedes. Atom kind of getting away, but not enough. Looks like he's made a bit of a mistake there. Mercedes closing in. Regardless, we do have news on the location of Thuron Exo, who had a chance to take third place in the championship tonight. The quote here we have in the chat is, "Sorry for missing the race. I didn't know that the Batman was 3 hours long."
No, he's got his priorities wrong here. He's gone to see the Batman. Hasn't realised he's going to be missing the last race of TRL. It's just disgusting, really. I mean, gosh, how dare he?
If you ask me, who needs a Batman when we've got an Afro Ninja? And Dean is broken. And speaking of Ninja, he's going to try and make a move on his teammate. Optimus Prime up towards turn number 3. Great stuff here. The two Alfa Romeos side by side into the right-hander. And there goes Afro Ninja. His teammate might try and come back at him here over the course of Sector 2. FIFA Lord here, the race for the top spot, he's closing back in on Atom. So here we go, this one's going to get tight. Yellow flag in Sector 3, and looks like Steph again, and Steph's out of the race.
Oh no.
And there we go, one of the drivers who...
How's he binned it there?
Unsure as to how. He may have just gone on the curb a bit too much, lost control. Duncan's taking advantage, he's making his way into the pits. Steph Felicien out of the race, and on a day where he could have taken third place in the championship through a race victory, although of course it wasn't looking very likely based on his opening 9 laps. But still, that'll mean that he finishes the season confined to 6th place in the Drivers' Championship.
Oh, such a shame.
And the only thing that would make
he had some good results, Steph Felicien. It wasn't the most consistent, but he still had some good. A few podium positions, I'm pretty sure.
And the highlight was a 2nd place finish in Australia.
And he got 2 third places as well in Abu Dhabi and Canada, so he hasn't had a bad season at all.
Definitely not. But still, unfortunate way for it to end for anyone, really.
No, we don't want to see DNF so right at the end of the season. It's a long 12 weeks, and we don't want to see that happen. But unfortunately, he made the mistake and it's gone off.
Yep, so there we go. Steph out of the race, then we're down to just 12 runners. And so that leaves the battle for 3rd place in the Drivers' Championship up to C110P Fan and Touch Me Pope. So Fan will still have to win the race in order to finish 3rd.
I mean, he's still on the alternate strategy at the moment on the mediums. So he's still in it.
Speaking of strategy, we find Atom in the pits now onto set medium tyres. Dean, please, if you feel free to continue. I've interrupted you.
I'm not sure what I was saying actually, to be honest. I think it was just the same thing.
Yeah, fair enough.
What have we got? We got FIFA Lord still in first on a set of softs. I imagine he'll react to Alpine's pit strategy in a pit list lap. Yep. Harris has gone fastest on a set of mediums, so clearly the mediums are working well for him. Even though he's back in, the 2 Williams drivers are unfortunately P11 and P12. Hopefully he can claw back and get some good points.
Yep. One thing I would like to bring up, they've got a very slim chance, and I mean very slim. If I'm not mistaken, Alpine could still win the Constructors' Championship. It's a very unlikely scenario, but if they were to get a 1-2, and Fan was to finish outside of the points, and then if they were to finish in front of Duncan, and that should do it, I think that would be enough for them to secure the title.
That is true. It's very true. I mean, it's very. At the moment, it's possible for them still to take 2nd place in the Constructors' Championship, but they're only 4 points behind McLaren, with Duncan in P7 currently, but they've got their drivers in 6th and 8th, so at the moment they will be, I think they would be taking or 2nd in the Constructors, but yeah, a 1-2 would promote them to 1st.
Yeah, definitely.
Without Van scoring, but I don't see that happening.
Yeah, we'd have to. He'd have to be, if we were to get any more retirees, he'd have to be one of the next 2 to retire. and it's looking unlikely. He's driven a fantastic race so far. Up 5th place since the start, though some of that is largely down to pit strategy. That auto strategy could definitely still work out for him. Let's have a look at what tyres everyone's on. So a lot of drivers on the mediums as of right now. Some drivers still struggling out over the softs. Old Smash Prime has just pitted for a fresh set. So there we go.
I say keep an eye on Duncan and Atom there. Only 7. Oh, there's a
yellow flag, and that's one of the Ferraris. And that's Iwardy. Wardy spin. I think he may have spun out on the exit of turn 7. He's got some going again. Does he have damage?
I don't think he did. I think he just spun off into the gravel trap, fortunately.
Good for him.
He's going to keep going, which is good.
Always good to see.
Usually you can keep out the barriers at Austria because there's quite a lot of runoff and grass, but it just depends. If you get it slightly wrong, you can just fling it into a wall. Keep an eye on Duncan catching FG Atom here. He's got DRS and he should get DRS again off T3, so I'll keep an eye on them.
I mean, look at this. This is the essentially what could be that offer a net P1 or P2 here, so we'll keep an eye on this one.
Yeah, so FIFA Law has gone for a very long soft strategy. I don't know if he might be going for maybe a one-stop soft medium. You can last the tyres quite a long time, but some people might be going for the 2-stop. I don't know.
Alright.
There's yellow flag again.
Oh, and that is one of the Alfa Romeos, and that's Afro Ninja, who's just spun out the exit of turn 8. He's got Atom and Duncan now right behind him. Oh, Atom a little bit scruddy through turn 9 there. Yeah, it might be just of course the dirty air and perhaps the fresh tyres, not quite up to temperature yet. Regardless, he's managed to find his way through, back up into the podium places, and he'll begin chasing Fam for 2nd place. And Duncan here, he's going to need to make the pass as quickly as he can in order to stay close to Atom up front in the race.
Unfortunately, Afro has gotten in the way of the 2 of them here. He's dispatched of him quite quickly. He might do it here. Afro got quite squirrely off the exit of turn 3 here. I think he'll go for it straight away.
Here he comes, looking to the left now. He's sold but dummy there. He's going for the left-hand side. Trying to go around the outside. He's been forced a long way round by Afro Ninja, but he's managed to get the job done anyway. Better traction off the corner. Great stuff. There's a yellow flag, and it's Corkin. Corkin retires on the main straight, and the safety car has been deployed. And that.
This is crucial for FIFA Law.
And that'd be just what FIFA Law would have been wanting. Does Fan now pit? Fan does come into the pits as well, so it's gonna look all even for the time being. I'm assuming Atom will stay out, so we might get to see where the situation for Steph. Sorry, not for Steph, for Corkin here. Still, first real safety car of the day, as Corkin despawns as Atom rounds the last corner, which is frustrating.
No, it's just perfect timing for FIFA Lord there. So I think he's still going to be behind Atom, but he's going to be on completely fresh mediums. As Fan has gone to a set of hards, he's going to take to the end of the race. It's a move you can go for. Going on the hards is still a decent strategy. It's obviously just depending on whether there's going to be another safety car or not, really.
Yep. I reckon if there was to be another safety car around within the next like 12 laps or so, you put it on a set of soft tyres and go to the end on those.
Yeah, you can get the softs, I'd say, to at least about 10, 11 laps. So if it could be by around lap 27, 28, if it could, that would be really helpful for anyone who wants to go onto the softs to the end.
Yep. I continue to find myself looking at this Drivers' Championship, just trying to look at the points. And Iwardy, I'd like to mention, has a slim chance of finishing highest of 6th place in the Drivers' Championship if he was to win the race. Because Steph's on 76 points, Wardy's on 52. Victory for Wardy.
26 if he gets fastest lap and the victory. I mean, it's still possible. I mean, I don't think he's got the confidence. He's still newly onto a driving on the wheel, so he's still breaking in the new way of racing. So I don't think he's got the confidence to do it. But you never know what will happen.
Yep, anything can happen in the TakeOver Racing League, and it usually does. So as low as that.
There is that.
Right, so we're down now to 11 runners in this race, and in order for Alpine to win the Constructors' Championship, of course, as I said, already some chances, but they need Fan to be the next car to retire. If anyone else retires now, then I think that I was just about to secure it for Aston Martin. But of course, as I say, the stance was very similar anyway. So regardless, lap number 15, we're just almost at the halfway mark of this race. So we'll take a look now at the current running order. So it's Atom in the lead once again, followed by FIFA Lord in second place on those fresh mediums. Fan on those fresh hards in third. Duncan in fourth. Bar 98 fifth. Afro Ninja in sixth. Cheese 7th. iWardy 8th. Optimus 9th. Ericsson 10th. And Paris in 11th.
Yeah, so everyone's on fresh mediums apart from Bar 98 and FG Atom, so it's still quite close. And there's a few drivers with penalties, so it's all to play for still.
And the safety car's coming in this lap, so we're going to have to get right back to racing.
I'd imagine that FG Atom will hold up these cars quite a way because there's not a big start-finish straight, so you'll want to get the jump on the FIFA Lords as quick as possible.
I'm excited to see how these reserves will do on the restart. Because I mean, didn't do too bad on the VSC, but this is a it's essentially a restart from fresh, if you will.
Yeah.
So we have to see what Atom's doing. When will he go? That's the question. He's got to go at the right time in order to fully nail the restart. Might he go now? Oh, he's going. He's trying to break the toe here as they make their way down the main straight to get back on the way. Lap number 16. Afrin's just been hit with a time penalty for multiple warnings. Atom's gotten away brilliantly there into turn 1. Paris now passing Ericsson into the first corner, so that puts him back up into the World Championship points.
Duncan's going past Fan as well.
Oh, here comes the McLaren. Fan's way past Aston Martin. Does Fan go for an audacious move? No, he doesn't. FIFA Lord's looking around.
And Afro Ninja as well having a fight. Fan's had a really bad exit out of turn 3, and Bar 98 is on his gearbox.
Oh, this could get tight. On board here with Bar 98 and the AlphaTauri. Not closer to make a move. I think his priority right now will be defending from Afro Ninja behind. FIFA Lord and Atom have kind of gotten away from the rest of the pack. Duncan's the only one who's really close to them in terms of just gap between leader and the next car.
Oh, and the Ferrari spin round of
Oh,
Wardy.
And for the second time today, Wardy around at the very same corner.
Oh, that's a shame. He's down to P11 now.
Very unfortunate there. He's got work to do. Yellow flag in sector 3 now cleared. Lap 17 now. One more lap until the DRS gets enabled. So FIFA Lord's got 1 lap to try and stay within that 1 second gap. As Bar 98 now the next driver to get hit with a penalty.
No, track limits here are quite ruthless, so you're going to see a lot of penalties, I think.
Definitely.
So,
we saw that in qualifying an awful lot. A couple of invalidated laps. Paris could have taken pole position if it had gone his way.
Exactly.
The gap between Atom and FIFA Lord 6/10 as of right now. Duncan's right on his tail. So this battle could begin once more. And of course, it was a very enjoyable battle when we saw it at the start of the race. So hopefully we treat it to more of the same.
Yeah, so obviously FG Atom is leading, but he is on older mediums compared to the 2 drivers behind him. So I reckon they'll be hot on his tail to try and get past. If he needed to get without the second of the 1 second range before the DRS is activated, but I think he's running out of time here.
Duncan's going for it. He's going for it into the right-hander. Oh, they come very close to contact, and it just sort of fell out there as Fan gets hit with the penalty now. Off the last corner come these two.
Move. Jesus.
Very audacious. DRS then now enabled, and this is where things get really interesting between these front 3 who have really pulled away from the pack. Fan's gone way wide in turn 1.
Oh, and an Alpine's gone off. No,
oh, and that's Cheese!
Yes, it's Cheese!
The champion!
Out of the race!
The Season 3 champion now out of the race! Safety car now deployed at the halfway mark.
Was in the race.
Yeah, imagine if JT had been in the Grand Prix. That could have given him a prime chance to potentially win the title. Of course, he would have still had to win the race, but... And amidst all this confusion, FIFA Lord has taken the lead. Well, a very quick turn of events there that sees the new champion out of the race.
No, I think he just spun it off the exit curb of turn 1. Very unfortunate for the newly crowned champion, but I'm sure he doesn't really mind that much. He's already won anyway.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Not the way you want us to finish this season, but
definitely not. I'm sure we'd like to make the finish line at the very least.
Oh, and FIFA Lord's coming into the pits again.
Oh, what could this be?
I'm not sure what he's going for. I reckon they
Atom's in as well.
Medium.
And Duncan stays out.
Going for a set of soft.
FIFA on soft. Atom on soft. Let's see what. Oh, so no, is he on soft? He is.
Yeah.
And these two.
It's a very, very audacious move.
Yeah, very risky. Whether it'll pay off or not, I'm not quite sure. This could open up the door for Duncan or Fan to win this one, if that strategy doesn't quite pay off.
Well, Fan is on the set of hards that can go to the end, but his pace will be quite atrocious compared to the cars behind him. At the moment, I have no idea he's going to win this race. At the moment, I would be one sticking on mediums like Duncan and Paris and Ericsson. I mean, Paris has come back to P3 at the moment with he's got penalties and everything, but he's still on track in P3.
It's definitely good in penalties then. So everyone in the top 4 has them. Duncan has 6 seconds worth. Paris, Fan, and Ericsson all have 3 seconds worth. Bar 98 is 12 seconds, and Fernandez has 6, and Optimus Prime has 3. So that is the situation on that front. Alright, I shall return in just a moment. Just while this safety car continues on. Okay, I have returned. So that lap 20 here, it's still on the safety car. What are we getting going next lap, Dean? What do you reckon? Do you reckon we'll go?
It should be, because everyone's caught up now. So.
And there we go.
They should be going back, and there we go.
Perfect timing. Right then. So we've got 16 laps to go, and we get the green flag. Everyone, leave your predictions who's going to win this one down in the chat below, and make sure to stick around because this is going to be a very entertaining end to the race of the season. I have no doubt. So it's Duncan in the lead. They've got a very high chance of a reserve winning tonight's race. Of the 4 that we have in the pack, 3 of them have been fighting for the top spot over the course of this one.
It's going well for the reserve drivers, and some of them may be interested on sticking around for longer. But as we get towards the final few corners, we'll see what Duncan can do on the restart here.
What does he plan? And there he goes now. And that is, if I'm not mistaken, that's worked to absolute perfection on Fan there, because he's already pulled out a lead of 7/10 by the time he's even crossed the line. There he goes, lap 21 begins, we're back underway.
Yeah, we got Paris is very close behind Fan. I'm sure he'll be hot on Fan's heels. He'll be eager to get past as soon as possible and be chasing down the McLaren for Duncan. He's trying to go for it into T3, I think.
Oh, here we go up the hill. Does he have enough? He's there on the inside. He's gone very late on the brakes, and there goes Paris up into 2nd place.
That was a very, very smart move. Very good move.
Though he has now got work to do here. He's got to close in on the McLaren up front. He's already a second in front of everyone else.
He needs to get within that second in the next 2 laps, and then he'll be underway.
Ericsson goes wide on the exit of turn 4, and Atom Zez take advantage. There he goes up into 4th place on the right-hand side, and he'll try and get to work now on Fan. Okay, I reckon another safety car put Fan in the ideal situation, because he'll be able to come into the pits and put on a fresh set of soft tyres, although he may have missed his chance to do that. If we get another safety car, I see no reason why he won't be able to do that, because he'll be in the right window to still have them be in their prime by the time we get to the end of the race.
Oh, definitely. If there's another safety car, he'll go onto a set of softs now, 100%.
Alright then, lap number 22. Paris now back within DRS range, 8.5 tenths. The advantage between Duncan and Paris. That is closing by the moment.
Atom's going for a move on Fan as well.
Oh, here comes Atom.
Really made a move already.
The Alpine makes its way past the Aston Martin up into turn 3. And that knocks Fan off the rostrum. On a day where he needs to be winning in order to take away 3rd place in the Drivers' Championship. Of course, with the fact we now have 10 runners left, Aston Martin's Constructors' title is now all but confirmed.
That is very true, actually. I don't think there's any theoretical way of anyone else winning it now, is there?
No, due to the fact there's only one McLaren in tonight's race. I mean, we were discussing before the start of the race, potentially hopping in one of ourselves.
Oh yeah. So it is confirmed that Aston Martin are Season 3 Constructors Champions, so congratulations to them. It's very good from both Fan and JT, two of our league admins. Definitely deserved of the Constructors victory.
Definitely. Right, lap number 23 and the DRS has now been enabled. Atom is closing in on Paris. He's right there. He's just set the fastest lap as well. This could be about to get very, very exciting in the chase for the top spot. Here they go, back up the hill towards turn number 3. Does Paris go for it? He's closing in. He could try it. He's not going to. And there goes Atom, considering it around the outside. Dunko with a good exit, but DRS now being deployed. There comes Atom trying to take 2nd place away. Oh, he's gone all the way to the left-hand side of the crate. He's on the grass, and he's gone very late. And there's contact, and around he goes. And this could be the advantage Paris needs. Paris takes the lead of the Austrian Grand Prix. But only briefly, because here comes Duncan. And around goes the McLaren as well.
Oh my god. Oh no.
Paris, in the most unbelievable circumstances, takes the lead. And 2 of the drivers who have been dominant over the first 23 laps of this Grand Prix now find themselves 9th and 10th, the last 2 runners. And what do you know? One thing I would like to point out, and that's the fact that all 3 of my people to put my money on at the start of the Grand Prix are now running right there in the top 3. I knew from the start, I'll tell you that.
It's true.
Afro Ninja passing Fan into turn 1. He's up to P4. And Snake's now calmed down and we get back to racing. I already spun it at turn 1, 3rd spin of the Grand Prix.
Been over.
Eating that quiche just before the race got started must have really done something to him. that or the wheel, we'll never quite know for sure. Ericsson's still trying to stay close to FIFA Lord. But there goes Afro Ninja at the inside. He's going late on the brakes. Very audacious there. On the exit, they go wheel to wheel, side by side. Yellow flag once again. That's Wardy again. And there goes Afro Ninja around the outside. That puts him up into 3rd place. And he starts chasing the phase now. FIFA Lord. Wardy, I think he may have had another instant in the exit at turn 3.
No, I think his tyres are completely cooked.
Completely shot at this point, those mediums. I'll no doubt see why he won't pit for a set of softs. Get into the end of the race. Lap 25.
Got 3 seconds of time penalties.
Oh, lap 20. Yeah, lap 25.
Actually, that equals out him and Paris. So Paris is actually completely leading the race now. Obviously, he's on an older set of mediums. I'm not sure he'll be able to take him to the end of the race. So I think he's really banking on another safety car here.
I'll tell you who's banking on making the move now, and that's Afro Ninja trying to go around on the inside, up towards turn 3, and he gets the job done to Mercedes, but only briefly, because here comes the reserve back around the outside, but Ninja with a better traction, gets away, but the Mercedes driver on the DRS now, FIFA Lord on the chase, as they make their way down towards turn 4. Will he go for it? No, he's not going to go for it. He's got Mercedes teammate back there, and Ericsson's back him up, so this fight not over yet. Already now in the pits, like I say, onto a set of soft tyres. But what an exciting race this has been.
No, it's been good. I mean, a lot of the racing has been clean, and there's lots of overtakes, lots of DRS zones. It makes the racing really exciting.
All I'm going to say is that when I saw the calendar at the start of the season, I thought to myself that the Austria race is going to be a frenzy, because Austria generally is. We might have a title fight to enjoy when we get there. And I was right about part of it. We'll say that.
I mean, we would have had a title fight to the end. I mean, with Smoke and Cheese retiring from the race, and if JT was in the race, that could have been really exciting to see who would win the championship. But alas, we don't get to see that. But we're still seeing a good battle on track between Ericsson, FIFA Lord, and Afro Ninja. Paris has got a good gap from that group of 3. Yep. So it's all to play for so far. Definitely, still a long way to go. We've only got 10 laps left. I mean, it doesn't sound like much, but in TakeOver Racing League terms, that could be a lifetime if you really think about it. Yeah, and I mean, you think about it. Not too long ago, Paris was spinning off into the gravel, and we thought not race over, but he was stone dead last. But he's now back in P1 again, so you never know who's going to end up on top.
is honestly quite unbelievable. Of course, as we've been saying throughout tonight's stream, of course, this game so far has not been kind to Paris T32. But tonight will be the night that he finally gets himself back on it again.
It'd be really good to see if he can take the P1 position. I mean, whoever wins will be the deserved winner, but obviously, seeing Paris win, that'd be great.
Whoever emerges from the craziness still alive remains to be seen. After an injury,
go on.
No, I was about to say, after an injury on them soft tyres, it's closing in a little bit on Paris. Of course, his tyres are faster, they're grippier. He's got a couple laps less wear on them. He's been on those since the last safety car.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, when they get to the end of the race, it'll be 16 lap old soft. They're going to be shot to bits. So I think the pace is actually going to level out between a lot of the drivers. So Paris might be able to make it to the end if he can just nurse the tyres to the end on 19 lap old tyres. It's definitely doable. So I wouldn't rule it out.
Definitely not. FIFA goes wide on the exit turn number 9. He's still just about within DRS range. He's definitely falling away. His teammate Ericsson's close to him than he is to Afro Ninja, but he's closing back in.
Well, fan's gone off, and he's going to Optimus Prime's going to make a move on the fan here.
Oh, here he comes. The Alfa Romeo on the right, around the outside as Don gets hit with another penalty. For a second there, the angle of the cameras, I thought Fan was going to come back at him. But no.
Definitely not. I think he's struggling on those hards here. He could hit those set of softs towards the end. I'm not sure he's that bothered anymore, but we'll see.
I mean, I wouldn't say the race over yet. If we get another safety car, then I reckon Evan go on to a set of soft tyres and we just go to the end.
And then have like a couple lap shootout like we did in Australia. That'll be chaotic.
I mean, we know how that ended. That ended with a fan victory, so I wouldn't. I would have ruled him out of the race if that does happen.
Oh no, definitely not.
But as of right now, it is 8 laps to go and Paris crosses the line. He's still showing the way. Sure enough, since he found himself in the gravel earlier on, he's driven a fantastic race. And it's definitely not over yet because Ninja is closing in, and bit by bit, he is definitely closing in. He's just got to make sure he doesn't make any stupid mistakes. Back up the hill they come. FIFA Lord has DRS.
Seems to be a lot of the gaps. They're not really gaining or anything. It's just they're within about 5-6 tenths of a second, but it's just no one's actually getting close enough to make an overtake.
I suppose not. But as you say that, FIFA Lord's now closing in. He's not going to be able to go for a move on for second place, but it is looking like he may be able to line one up if he closes in enough and we go back to main straight. He's now within half a second. So he may have jinxed it there. Commentator's curse in full effect, as we like to see.
Well, we like to see racing, so I don't mind.
If it jinxes good racing, then we're all for it.
And also we say as Afro has gained time on Paris. He was 2.2 seconds behind. He's now 1.7. So the softs clearly are still working for Afro here, but we'll see if he will last any longer. Oh,
yellow flag, and that is Duncan. The race going from bad to worse for the McLaren driver.
He's kept it going though, which is good.
Yep. Green flags still out.
I'm sure Paris might have been hoping for a safety car there. Actually, I don't know. He might. Oh, it's yellow flag again. Duncan's gone off again. He's spun off. He
kept out of the walls though, so good for him to keep going. He may pit. Yep, in he comes. Oh no!
He's crashing to the wall.
He's crashing the entrance to the pit lane.
I don't know if it'll be a safety car because it was in the pit lane.
He's already despawned. He's already out. So we're all good.
Oh, that's definitely McLaren out of the constructors fighting here.
Yeah, yes, it does. If it wasn't confirmed already, Aston Martin are the champions. But although I do feel, I'm not sure if I check on what Mercedes' situation's looking like. If I'm not mistaken, they could potentially move up to maybe 6th place.
Yeah.
I mean, it comes down to what Bar 98 does for AlphaTauri.
I mean, if they do get 25 points or 26 points total, they could pass Ferrari into P5.
Yeah, it'd have to be one of them taking the win, or potentially both of them on the podium.
Yeah, I think it has to be like a P2, P3, P1, P2 kind of situation. But they're P3, P4 at the moment, so at the moment Mercedes are doing well.
Yep. Right, a couple more laps to go then. Only 5 more the next time we cross the line. Ninja still closing in. He got a little bit scrolly on the exit of turn 3 there. And FIFA Lord's all over him. He's still within half a second, but he's unable to line up a move.
No, but Afro is struggling on his ERS here, whereas FIFA Lord has got about 80% of his ERS, so he's definitely biding time, I think.
Definitely. I feel like he's doing the Thiago approach from last week.
Yeah, he's doing the approach where he'll want to wait till second to last lap or last lap, go for the move, send it. I mean, Afro is also gaining on Paris, so this is going to be an absolutely atomic fight to the end. It's going to be very interesting.
I feel like that's only well before it, really. I mean, he's almost there. He's almost within a second. He is now within a second, only just. So 5 laps to go. This race is in no way over.
Afro should stay out of it. He's got 9 seconds of penalty, so he'll be demoted very far down the order. He's now got
there's another one, as you say it.
Another commentator's curse going on there. But
striking yet again.
I'm sure he won't care and will go for it anyway. He'll keep the racing interesting, so let's see what happens. Yeah,
I mean, he's got DRS this time. As Optimash passes Ericsson. Alfa Romeo try and get themselves some points for a late constructors charge. Speaking of a charge, FIFA Lord's trying to go for a move. He tried to look for the outside, but he didn't get enough of a run to look in there. I'm seeing double, but I'm not seeing the same thing. Mercedes chasing Alfa Romeo cars.
You're not seeing double there. It is both Mercedes going against both Alfa Romeos. It's good for both constructors because they are both 7th and 9th in the constructors, so they need some really vital points to get up in the constructors.
Yeah, I mean, Alfa Romeo could definitely get a place or two if I'm not mistaken. I mean, a decent result for them. They most likely move up in front of Williams, but I think that'll be the highest they go because Mercedes are scoring points as of right now.
You say that, but then Williams have got Paris T32 coming in.
That is true, coming in clutch with a huge amount of points, and that'll be enough for them to maybe beat Mercedes if Alfa Romeo get both their cars on the podium. But regardless, Ninja's closing in here. The gap is now within half a second. This is where it gets interesting because everyone's all right here. It's a top 5 train in the scrap, last 4 lap scrap for the victory. Great way to end the season if things stay clean.
But Paris is keeping it quite smart. He's got a lot more ERS than Afro. Afro's only got about 20%, whereas Paris has got about 60%. So you can keep it on track in front. I think you might be able to do it if you can just keep it consistent, keep a reasonable gap, maybe try and push Afro back towards FIFA Lord. He could take the win here.
Meanwhile, behind at the very back of the pack, FG Atom and already having a last battle of the season. So keep an eye on that.
Why not?
To a degree. Alright then, so all Paris needs to do at this point is just bring the car home and avoid a needless battle with Afro Ninja. Because of course if Paris gets another penalty, then things will slide right open for FIFA Lord to take the win.
That's correct. Obviously, if he can at least keep FIFA Lord behind, then he will win the race at this current moment in time. But obviously I know Afro won't back down.
Definitely not. I mean, I still remember the moment.
Good exit from Paris though. That was a very good exit. So if you can do that every lap, he will certainly keep the lead. If I will predict anything else,
he's just got to hold on. That's all he's got to do. Afro Ninja going for what looked like a bit of a swipe there, if I'm being honest. Regardless, FIFA Lord's still right there. He's even closer to Ninja than Ninja is to Paris, and the Alfa Romeo's gone a bit wider there. FIFA Lord a bit wide on the exit as well.
It looks like Afro is really struggling on his softs. He just gets squirrely out of turn 7 into turn 8 there. Oh, someone's gone off.
Oh, and that's C110P fan.
He spun.
He spun it.
Okay, it's fine. He's not in the wall. But he's had a spin.
He may lose position to bar 98. Regardless, we keep on going here. Ericsson has dropped back.
Give a shout out to Optimash Prime, doing very well, keeping up with the top 3 here. He's actually on for a podium here because Afro Ninja will be demoted down. Actually, if I have a look at the penalties.
Yep, it is.
Yeah, he will be on for a podium position here, so that'll be really good for the Alfa Romeo driver.
Definitely. I mean, unless Ericsson could still have a say in this one later.
Oh, Afro's sent up the inside of Paris.
Oh, there he goes. Afro Ninja. They're going close to contact. They are making contact, and there goes Optimash Prime around the outside.
Oh
these two are bumping wheels. This is like to see bumper cars. Calm down. FIFA Lord's trying around the outside. Oh, and there's contact, and there goes everybody. Paris, no.
Oh.
Paris T32 now out of it. No. That is not what you want to see in the closing stages. And now it does look like Optimus is going to win the race on track, and FIFA Lord's going to win the Grand Prix, unless Ericsson can have a say. Although, as I say that, never mind. He's got himself a penalty, so things now look to be going the way of FIFA Lord in this last lap. And that is frustrating. We've been deprived of a real fight on the final lap.
I'm not entirely sure who's done what. It's all got very hairy, very fast there, and it's all gone wrong. And unfortunately, Paris has come off worst of all of them, which is really unfortunate for him because he was going for the victory there, but
drove such a great race and honestly deserved the win more than anyone else today, in my eyes.
Yeah, it was very unfortunate. He was putting up a very good fight in the not the best way to end the season.
Not at all.
And that's
where we are. Silenced us here in the booth, as it does look like FIFA Lord is going to win this one, despite being down in third place as of right now.
Unless he gets any more penalties, then it would go to Ericsson, but I can't see it happening in the last few corners.
Here they come then. What's it going to be? Any mistakes in FIFA Lord in the last corner? It looks like he might be okay. Optimus Prime wins the race on track. FIFA Lord is the winner. Mercedes 1-2 then, as he bins it over the line. Afro Ninja comes home in fourth place. Oh, C1 fans spun it in the penultimate corner. Bar 98 comes through now to take fifth place away. C110P fan towards the line. Sixth place to end the season for him. He will finish fourth in the Drivers' Championship. Well, let's face it. This race was chaos, to say the least, and not always the chaos we like to see. And now here comes Iwoody, then the last finisher of the season. He spun no less than 4 or 5 times over the course of this race, but he's going to make it to the finish line. Here he comes. Over the line. Well, that's the end of the last race, and that is the end of season 3 in the TakeOver Racing League. Afro Ninja takes driver today, according to the game. So then FIFA Lord is the winner, reserve winner from tonight's race. We're still not entirely sure what happened on that penultimate lap. We'll definitely take further looks into it.
No idea what happened, to be honest. It was all very
it all happened so
chaotic.
fast. I mean, FIFA Lord, from what I saw, I'm not entirely sure if he was to blame or not. He may have just managed to get out of things without a scratch, to be honest, because it may have been a move up the inside, and he went for the outside. I'm not sure that forced him to move over. Regardless, then that will all be looked into by the stewards. It's not our job. FIFA Lord then wins the race. As of right now, that could change. You never know based on stewards report. Ericsson finishes second. Optimus Prime third. Afro Ninja fourth. Bar 98 in fifth place. Sixth place C110P fan. 7th FG Atom. 8th place Iwoody. 9th it is Paris T32. A very unfortunate way for his race and for his season to end. And Duncan takes the last points on offer this season. Right then, should we see if we can get anyone in the voice chat for a late interview? See if we can get FIFA Killen.
Cool.
Maybe he might be able to give us an idea of what happened. Dimo, give me your thoughts on just how that race went as a whole.
I mean, it was really, really good overall. I mean, the racing was very, very good. It's unfortunate to have it end with an incident like that, but overall, it was really good racing between everyone.
Yeah, I mean, give me an idea out of 10, if you will.
Give it a 9 out of 10. It was very good racing. Oh, it was a very good race.
Personally, I give it an 8 sheer because of what happened at the end of the race. Not really.
Actually, yeah.
I feel the race was meant to end.
Put it down to an 8. Yeah.
Still a very good race, but I think a bit too aggressive for my liking. And that's the second race in a row where things have ended. Things have ended the way they have on that front, in the way an incident pretty much settles it. All right, well, it has been declined by FIFA Lord for the post-race interview, which is the first time that's happened all season. So we'll see if we can get anyone else in. Who do you reckon we should go for, Dean? Do you reckon anyone will be available?
Could ask anyone. There could be Wardy, it could be Fan, it could be any of them really. I mean, if it's the end of the season, they might want to get anyone in. Just have a little.
Yeah, let's you know what? Let's get Wardy in. He's been here for quite a few races this season. Yeah, just see if we can get anyone in. And see if we can get Fan as well.
Got a lot of people messaging galore.
Yeah, it always happens after a race. Overall, and the season is over. It's been a very enjoyable season. I've been here. I've done 8 of the 12 races, if I'm not mistaken, maybe 9. If I just confirm to myself which ones I missed and which ones I actually came here for. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 races of the 12. And yeah, it's been a very entertaining season. Alright, we have our request for an interview has been accepted by iWardy, so hopefully we'll see him in a chat in just a moment. I believe it'll be the first time we've talked to him on stream, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not entirely sure.
We have spoken to him a little. I think we have spoken to him before once.
I mean, normally we get the race winner. Has he won a race this season? If I look?
Oh, he came in for Australian race, I think.
Oh yeah, I remember he came in after that quite audacious move on the last lap.
Yeah, on smoking cheese. I'm sure Cheese wasn't very happy with that, but it gave us a lot of entertainment, so we didn't mind.
Yeah, I think that does go down as the best race of the season. Of course, the wait begins for next season. What do you reckon we can expect from next season's racing, Dean?
Well.
Hello?
Oh,
yeah.
that's cut off there, Dean. Wardy, mate, hello, are you right?
How you guys doing?
Doing all good then. Right, so Mr. Spinaro in that last race. What happened?
I'm following in Dean's footsteps. That's what I'm doing.
Well done.
Oh, didn't see that one coming.
I don't think I've spun that many times in one race. I normally hit the wall and retire. Come on.
He's got a point.
Yeah, I'm still getting used to the wheel, to be honest. I mean, I'll try working on consistency and not getting any penalties, and hopefully next season will be better. I'll be faster, more consistent. Fingers crossed.
Well, we do look forward to seeing what we can do next season. But let's talk about this season for a few minutes. Give us your thoughts on it overall. What do you reckon? What was your best moment? What do you think? Best moment of all of them?
Best moment. It's either got to be Belgium or Australia for me. Round 1 Belgium, when I put on the fresh softs and everyone else was on older tyres. That was a pretty good one. Come back to P2 for that one, and obviously Australia, which I think everyone remembers.
Yeah, how can we forget? If we're being entirely honest.
Oh, that's mad.
Yeah, if you can give us your lowest moment of the season. What's that going to be? Do you reckon?
Honestly, the past few races, I think Fan will be in the same boat with me with that one. I think we've had a grand total of about 15 laps between us in the past 2 races. So, yeah.
I mean, you both made it to the end of this race, and there's something.
Yeah, there's
that shows progress.
Positive somewhere in that. But yeah.
Yeah, obviously. Yes, it was unfortunate today's race didn't go too well. I think that quiche you had before the start may have, I reckon it may have hindered your performance a bit. So we might have to lay off in the future.
But there we are. It is what it is. Roll on next season, I guess.
What do you reckon we'll be able to see from you next season if you had to give us something to look out for?
More consistency. I'm practicing a lot. I've joined a few different leagues just to keep me going throughout the what do you call it? End of season. I don't know what you'd call it, to be honest.
The winter break, let's call it that. It's not winter.
That's the one. There we go. Winter break. Could get my words up, but yeah, I'm hoping to work on it and hopefully I'll be faster next season.
Could we see another championship contending season like we did in season 2?
It's a bold statement to say that I would be contending for this championship next season, but I'll hopefully get a few points. I'm hoping just for points next season. I'm still practicing with the wheels, so looking up from here.
All right, well, that all sounds very exciting. We look forward to seeing you on the track again next season. Well done for the efforts this season, and now go and have a break.
Cheers, mate. Cheers for commentating this soon as well. You've been mega.
No problem.
Cheers, guys.
Yep. All right, see you in a bit, mate. All right, then. That was Iwardy on his season. Should we see if we can get Paris T32 in for an interview, or do you reckon he might be in the mood for that after the way his race ended?
You can give it a go. I'm not sure if he's available or not.
He's online as of right now. We'll get one more person on, and then we'll call it an evening, I reckon. Yep. Who could we get in? Oh, this is difficult. Who do you reckon?
You could ask anyone. See if anyone's up for it. And you.
No idea, really.
I mean, you could call it there.
You know what? I think we'll call it there. All right. Well, that has been the TakeOver Wrestling League Season 3 finale. That's the end of the season. For those of you who have continued to watch it on my channel over the course of the season, I really do appreciate it. And for those of you who have made sure to subscribe, thanks to watching these streams, and yeah, just thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing. Thank you to Dean for helping me out with the commentary over the majority of the season. Really do appreciate it. Hopefully we'll see him again in the booth next season, unless he decides to go back to spinning on track. One of the two.
I'd like to say just one thing on behalf of everyone at TRL. Obviously, thank you to everyone, like all the drivers, all the staff, including Fan and JT. They make it all happen. It takes quite a lot of effort, and obviously thank you to Zach for commentating throughout the season. It makes a lot of difference when someone can commentate and give us highlights and watch it from a third-person perspective rather than just seeing other people's POV. So it's been a lot of work and it's a lot of fun. So it's good to see how far we've come. So just thank you from everyone.
Yep.
From the staff. So I'm sure Fan and JT would say the same. And I've been enjoying being in the comms box with you. So thanks for letting me be a part of it.
Yep. We'll discuss the contract for next season in just a few minutes. So
I expect a pay rise.
You'll be lucky. They're better paying me. But yeah, on a level, thank you to everyone who does help run TakeOver Racing League, and thank you to all the drivers for showing up week upon week and just giving me exciting stuff to stream about inside my room on my computer and on my Xbox. So thank you to everyone who's been driving. Thanks to everyone who's been running it. Thanks to all you guys for watching, and I'll thank myself for being bothered to actually do this every week. It is good fun. I'll definitely give it that. It's definitely a good way to spend the Thursday evening. Alright, and I reckon that'll just about wrap things up. So thank you guys once again so much for watching. I do hope you've enjoyed this season. I definitely have. There'll be a season montage video out on my channel in the coming few days, so make sure to look out for that. With that, we shall see you next season. Thank you so much for watching, and goodbye.